Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, that is Homeopathic Trio. Today we are going to study a very important polycrest remedy which is often used for acute complaints of the GI tract, especially for bloating of abdomen, that is Carbo wedge. But today we will see the entire drug picture of this remedy. In this video we have linked this remedy Carbo wedge with Bahubali character Amarendra Bahubali, where he portrays a fake image especially after meeting Devsena. But before beginning this video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and also do not forget to hit the bell icon to get notified about our content. So without wasting much more time, let's begin. So Carbo wedge is a remedy prepared from the vegetable charcoal, which contains carbon as the most important constituent. So carbon is an element which belongs to row 2 and column 10 of the periodic table. The main theme of row 2 is of separation and that of column 10 is of completion of the structure, but with a fear of breaking down. Thus the main theme or feeling in Carbo wedge is of alternating states where the person wishes to stay connected with someone but at the same time also wants to get separate. Thus, seeing the main feeling, we clearly understand that separation is something which they cannot tolerate. Being a remedy of row 2, they mostly are dependent on their parents or someone to whom they look up to as their parental figure, and also might have issues related to it. The overall mood of Carbo wedge patient is always very sad, dejected and hopeless. This is due to a very long duration of their pathologies. Carbo wedge patients are usually long and chronic sufferers, and thus Dr. Fatak in his Materia Medica says that Carbo wedge has a tendency to chronic complaints. The same dullness is also carried in their memory, where these patients have a great loss of memory, where they even cannot remember what they had said some while ago. Carbo wedge patients are also extremely slow thinkers. In some cases, this dullness of memory can also be pathological because of some impairment of their circulatory system. Now, this dullness of memory creates lack of confidence in these people. Now, they start getting shy and thus they don't like to mix with people much. This is also because of the great mental confusion which they face. Also, this mental confusion makes it extremely difficult for these people to take any decisions and thus are also very irresolute and indecisive, which is also why they fear separation. Carbo wedge patients are also very lazy and sluggish, where they do not like to do a lot of mental exertion. This is because of the weakness of their memory. These people just cannot grasp anything and just wish to lie down and to sleep. Carbo wedge is a remedy which is full of fears and anxieties. The most important fear in these people is a fear of darkness, and they get anxious in darkness. There is also a great fear of change in any part of their life because it becomes difficult for them to get accustomed to the change because of their weakness of memory and mental confusion. Another important fear of Carbo wedge is a fear of ghosts, especially in darkness, and the fear is so much that it causes sleeplessness. Now, Carbo wedge patients are also extremely indifferent, especially in the later stages of their pathology. This indifference is due to severe weakness, where these patients just lack energy to care for things going around them. Thus, our master Hahnemann says that these patients and these people hear everything without pleasure or displeasure and without thinking anything about it. So now that we have understood the various mental aspects of a Carbo wedge patient, now let's have a look at the various spheres of action of this remedy. So Carbo wedge is a remedy which mainly acts on venous circulation, gastrointestinal system and respiratory system. And now let's have a look at the action of Carbo wedge on these organs one by one. First, let's have a look at the action of Carbo wedge on the circulatory system. Now, it mainly acts on the venous circulation, especially on the capillaries, where the main pathology is of venous stasis, that is, collection of the venous blood, which later leads to symptoms like blueness of skin, coldness of the body, and ecchymosis. It also acts really well in the cases of varicose veins and gangrene. Carbo wedge is a great remedy for varicose veins, especially during pregnancy, and for varicose ulcers which bleed easily and smell offensively. Carbo wedge is also a remedy to be thought for in the cases of senile gangrene of the fingers and toes, with constantly oozing bloody watery discharge. Next, we will have a look at the action of Carbo wedge on the GI tract. Carbo wedge is a wonderful GI remedy or gastrointestinal remedy with slow digestion powers. The digestion of these patients is so weak that even the most simplest food gets turned into gas and causes bloating of the abdomen, and thus it is also a part of Nash's trio of flatulent remedies. The other two are Lycopodium and China. The gaseous distension of the abdomen is usually accompanied with rancid and loud eructations. The distension of the abdomen might also cause colicky pain, forcing the patient to bend double. Next, let's have a look at the action of Carbo on the respiratory system. Carbo acts really well in various respiratory pathologies like asthma, pneumonia, etc. So Carbo usually acts really well in the cases where the patient has a lot of cough with itching in the larynx, with attacks of hollow or choking cough, with headache and GI disturbances. Carbo is also an excellent remedy for whooping cough with bluish face and its complications. Now, Carbo also acts well in asthma, especially in the aged people with bluish discoloration of the skin, which is better in the summer season. The expectoration in Carbo patients is usually thick, sticky, yellowish and profuse. At the end, let's have a look at the few confirmatory symptoms of Carbo. Now, Carbo patients usually have a constant desire for fanning rapidly, especially from a close distance. The great thirst for cold water also calls for Carbo. Another important thing about Carbo is that these patients are thermally hot patients. And the next important thing is that these patients usually crave for things which make them sick. For example, whiskey, brandy, etc. So this was all about Carbo. We hope that this video has helped you, and also do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified about